Hi, Sam. I just want to ask you, you were telling us last week, you said last week both after the game and on Monday, you talked about your footwork and your mechanics. Did you feel you made any kind of improvement yesterday in those areas? Did you feel like your feet were better set as you were making the throws? It did look like you were still throwing on the run a lot instead of setting. How did you feel looking at the film that you did in that area?
Yeah, I felt like I improved in that area. I think I just eased into the game better. I think I made an improvement.
Mark from the Post, your line is active.
Hey, Stan, with regard to Chris Herndon, obviously there's been so much anticipation about having him back and healthy this year. But he's struggled in a couple spots with some drops and whatnot the last couple of games. Do you feel, what are you seeing there? Do you feel like he's putting a little pressure on himself? Is he pressing? What are you seeing there in the last couple of weeks?
No, I think, Chris, some of those plays, he makes those plays 9 times out of 10. I don't lose faith in him or anything like that. So I've talked to him. He's the first one to take blame for it. But again, it's about everyone. It's about everyone doing their job and not worrying about, not pressing to make plays, just making sure that when their opportunities come that they make the plays when they're there to be made.
Again, *3 if you have any questions for Sam. *3 if you have any questions for Sam. Rich from ESPN, your line is active.
Hi, Sam. We were just talking to Adam. I asked him about the 4th and 1 play, and he basically confirmed what you said after the game, that you do not have the ability to check out of that and call a sneak in that situation. He said some situations you do, but not in that specific situation. But I'm looking at the play again. There's a gaping hole in the A-gap between the left guard and the center. I mean, did you recognize that pre-snap? And I'm wondering, as you're processing it, do you consider calling it anyway? Maybe a sneak there, or just maybe you could just take me through the thought process, because I think a lot of fans are kind of confused why the quarterback can't audible his own number on that play.
No, Adam said it the best. That specific player, I don't have the option to do that. So we were worried about executing the play. If we execute the play called, we have a first down, and no one would be talking about it. So it's about executing the plays that are called, and if we do that, we put the ball in the end zone.
Andy from The Record, your line is active.
Sam, obviously this isn't the way you guys wanted to start the season, and you're in more of a leadership role than you've ever been. So what's kind of your message to the locker room? What has your message been, and how much do you kind of have to stay on guys to not, let negativity creep in, 2 games into the season?
I've been saying this. We know the guys we have in the locker room. And no one's going to back down from a challenge. We've played 2 games. We've lost both games. It is what it is. All we can do is focus on Indy, make sure that we put our best foot forward in meetings and in practice, and we have the right attitude going into this week to make sure that, we prepare to win a game on Sunday.
If there are any additional questions for Sam, please press *3. Any additional questions for Sam, please press *3. Chris from NJ.com, your line is active.
Hi, Sam. What have you felt of the play of the contact in particular against 2 pretty good defensive lines? I know the 49ers had a few injuries yesterday, but just the protection he's given you and what he's done in the run game so far.
Yeah, Beckham's been awesome. I think he would say there's been a couple things, but other than that, he's been really good, and he's going to continue to help this team grow and win games.
Greg from the Post, your line is active.
Sam, just with looks like Brashad might miss a game or two. What's the frustration level there of having him go out and just kind of the revolving door of receivers there for you?
I mean, it is what it is. We got to get guys healthy. But that's out of my control. That's out of our control. We're just gonna. For me, I got to make sure that I'm doing my best to, whoever's in there, making sure they understand their job and what they're doing on every play. And then for me, it's just throwing the ball on time, throwing it accurately, and making sure that I continue to move the sticks and put the ball in the end zone.
Mark from the Post, your line is active.
Hey Sam, you guys are obviously a young-ish team with a lot of new pieces. How would you characterize the leadership and kind of, are you still trying to figure out inside your locker room? Obviously you're a leader. You've been there 3 years now, but are you still trying to figure out, who can speak up, who can lead a little bit, and are you still trying to find your identity right now as a team?
No, I think it's clear who the leaders are. I think really everyone on this team is a leader in some aspect. Whenever anyone talks in this team, everyone listens. I think for us right now, it's less. We need to do less talking and more acting. We need to have good practices. We need to be in the meeting room, be attentive. Just understand our job on every single play. Because all it comes down to is doing our job every play. That's all it comes down to, and we need to do a better job of that on Sunday.